Today, the Secretary General of NUP, David Louis RUBONGOYA, delivered the required signatures to nominate BOBI WINE as a presidential candidate in the 2026 general election. We all know for one to run as president, he has to get 1,000 signatures, I think in the quarter of the districts. 1,000 must not be in one district. And one of the exercises to collect these signatures, it may look like a small target, but it has so much work to do, most especially when you are not organized. This is what happened when David Louis RUBONGOYA brought the signatures. Here is a tape.
We're here at the Electoral Commission to submit them, and as you can see, all these files are full of signatures. We have gotten signatures from literally every district in Uganda. Right now, these are 126, and 20 are still on the way. Will also be coming, but every district in Uganda has we have gotten the signatures to support the candidature of our president. And I mean, there have been many challenges in some parts of the country and all that, but at least we've been able to maneuver, and finally we're here to submit them.
So in each district, how many signatures did you collect? 100?
Some have 1,000 signatures, others have 2,000, others have 200, different. But what I can say is that in each district we have way beyond the number of the required signatures. So the Electoral Commission just wants 100 signatures from every district, but as you can see, there are many from every district.
So that is David Louis RUBONGOYA talking about the signatures they got. Remember, it may seem like a small exercise, but it is a big deal, most especially when you are operating under a dictatorship. I have a friend who's running for the election as a LC3 councillor. Even getting signatures from a barracks, a police officer can tell you that if they find my signatures, they will relieve off me my duty. Yet in the constitution, they can't. Some government workers cannot sign for you for fear of persecution. Yet, in the constitution, they can sign for you if you had a free and fair election. In the previous election, the signatures, you remember when the UPDF raided the headquarters of NUP and took out the signatures by that time. So when you're operating under dictatorship, there are very many things you must bypass to do that exercise. Okay? It must be a convenient exercise, but operating under military regime, they must put each and every barrier in front of you so that you cannot do the exercise. It takes people valor. It takes people with a thick skin to do this. Because we all know, even the Electoral Commission came out to say that the nomination for the presidential candidate, they are going to be on 23rd and 24th. It means only 2 weeks remaining for Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu to nominate in Kyambogo. And they must have brought these signatures for verification. In fact, the chairperson of the Electoral Commission said these statements.
For presidential elections marks a critical milestone on the electoral roadmap. The Commission appreciates all stakeholders in the electoral processes, and particularly the political parties and organizations, for their support. Now, as we said earlier on, nominations for presidential candidates will take place on the 23rd and 24th of September this year at our proposed EC headquarters site at Lubowa. I think we shall, at an appropriate time, invite members of the press to come and visit or see the site where the EC home is going to be set up. But although in terms of infrastructure there isn't much as yet, however, we felt it prudent that we conduct this very key milestone of presidential nominations at the same site of venue. As we speak now, work is going on to prepare the site appropriately so that we can have very successful nominations.
That is the chairperson. So you clearly see that political parties must prepare ahead of time. In fact, I think the first political party to bring these signatures is the NUP. Away from the independent candidates, that shows you preparation. Because being a Secretary General, you are the engine of the party. In fact, one of the biggest positions in each and every political party is the presidential candidate, who's the vision bearer, and the engine, I'll call him the conductor, who's the Secretary General. So bringing these signatures, it emulates the significance of the Secretary General, but also the preparation of the NUP. Although, as forces of change, we must embrace, we are going to be in a war. An election is not supposed to be a war zone. But in Uganda, when running for an election, prepare to be killed, maimed. It's the reason that's why there are rampant abductions right now. Okay? In fact, I keep on telling people that whenever an election season reaches, we are going to see blatant human rights abuses. Yet it's supposed to be smooth. Even when previous candidates nominated, they refuse them from holding rallies. Okay? The formation is such that if someone nominates, give him a chance to have a reception somewhere to talk to his supporters. They have blocked that for all opposition candidates, which is unfortunate. Of course, that's my opinion. Remain yours truly, Mr. Makindi, Kabye Sulaiman Mawagali, the next MP for Makindi East constituency. I'll see you on another one. Peace.
Makinde East Luchanga Lubanga Bamindi Mwesuneko Muso mufunye omubaka amalayo ayogera oluzungu ayogera oluganda ayogera n'oluchina basebo ne banyabo si shahu fasika n'oluchina lwogera bale muna jongo baka asogera ko mu China muna mujawa omubaka okujja kubuuzanga nga maliza jakuwacha mulajja omubaka ebyabikola omubaka aswala obaziriramu wano munamukyawa era ejja kubeera loosi banaye nga muleseewo nze nemufuna sooka akatwene guno omukisa omubaka abaddeko yalagidde mutagenda kudda kubanga ndowooza oba omugugu gwamuyitiriddeko naye ate yimiridde wano nga ŋŋamba mufuna omukisa kubanga n'ekibiina tukiwewuddeko kwali kushitera wali baga tiketi yanyeeko tiketi yakabuye Sulaiman naye kati andekedde waazi ndi wano wentimbaza nenda bayitako supiidi ng'ekizungirizi basewo ne banyawoze maaso gammwe kubanga ensonga nzitegeera wano abali bagenzeeko akemmanjukana tebazimba mu ntobazi kunaye kati nze ntambudde nnyo obulamu butegeera omubaka ategeera buli ensonga toyi gye bazimba mu ntobazi bagizimba ku ngulu era wokigendamu ebirala bwezolooza kalinambu yakweyagala naye obeera olaba ebifa mu maaso olusi osuulayo gundi nejja nekusakukira lati ewabaawo nettoyi eya tayiro otuulako nosoma amawulire olumala n'ondiga ne bigenda basebo ne banyaba banesigeko bonna balinga kali kattoyi k'omuntu bazize bittoyi ya tayiro olekewo nze ogende wabanaye basebo ne banyaba yenze kennyini asaana bakiikirira mu palamenti yenze agenda bakiikira mu palamenti mwesiime koma akafane nga bantu n'abakapalamenti ne bagamba yo yavudde Makinde n'envaalo baweesa n'ekitiibwa so nyimiridde wano nga nze kubasaba kaluba maama bataata n'obuwombeefu obusobozi bwenakunaye akalwa akali najja tutagenda bulungi naate kuno sisuubira tebijja genda bulungi tujja kwetaawo.
Yes, Kabye Sulaiman Mawagali. I am putting in my request to fly the NUP flag high in Makinde East constituency so that I can represent the great people of Makinde East. Nkomyewo omulundi ogwokubiri n'obwongo nga bwesera nga busera ebiwandiiko byange mbirese bibino.